All right, speaking of discontinued ink, talk about Pelican Blue Black.
Yeah, Pelican Blue Black is apparently not carried in the U.S. anymore, and not even not going to be carried. It's not carried in the U.S. anymore.
Like, we went to reorder and they don't have any at all, and we're like, were you gonna tell us?
Yeah.
Like, like we didn't know. We just went to reorder it, and all of a sudden it's like, nope, sorry, it's all gone in the U.S. So apparently, there's a thread on FPN going about the reason why. People speculating, but people called their distributors in other countries. It's available everywhere else except the U.S. The U.S. made a decision not to import it. Apparently, there's some ingredient that's not on the approved toxic substances list or something. I don't know what. I don't even know how legit it is.
That's something we heard through a fairly reputable member of the Fountain Pen Network that they did on their own investigation. We don't have any official word from our distributor. Our official word was it's discontinued. We don't know why. That was our official word. So, oh well. It's a little bit frustrating when stuff like that happens. Sometimes there's decisions that are made up top that then maybe they don't realize how much it'll affect everybody, or our little segment or the group happens to be in the minority or something like that of people that will give a crap about things being discontinued. But it just seems like it doesn't make sense. Like with the Phileas being discontinued, that was like the only Waterman pen we ever heard much of anything about. But then it's discontinued, so it's like, well, shoot, okay. Or all the pens that we get asked about are ones that we can't.
So a Phileas filled with blue black, Pelican Blue Black would be quite a find, huh?
Yeah, it would.
Someone in the chat, getting a little off topic, asked about how you use French roll paper. Someone else asked, what is French roll paper?
I have a video on it on the blog.
I actually just posted a link to the video.
It's not my best video.
But you know what?
I'll be honest, I'm not a French ruled master. I just kind of basically go over what French ruled is. I don't know the proper way in France to use French ruled paper. There are other people out there that do.
I don't think we have it in like our index. I had to search
really?
for it. It's under tips and under tips and tricks.
Tips and
under
tricks.
Paper, French rolled paper.
Oh, I should put it under the paper.
Yeah.
Reviews. It wasn't really a view. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. So,
anyway.
Who is it? Hang on. Somebody asked.
We're talking about Pelican Blue Black?
Wait, somebody asked.
We're talking about French roll paper.
Somebody asked me something. Okay, Blue Bug. Yeah, you said you just ordered Aquamarine Safari as a gift. Cool. Now you hope it arrives soon so you can see it before you're giving it away. Are you the same Blue Bug that's got the blog? Because I actually just subscribed to your blog this morning. I stumbled upon it. Somebody
we have
sent it to me today.
Question,
that's pretty cool.
Freddie, will we ever sell the loose leaf French roll? We did. We placed a special order in France because it's not important to the U.S. We carried it for a little because everyone was bugging us for it.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, it
didn't
sell very well. It's one of those things. FPN, there's a little bit of a bandwagon mentality. A lot of people say they want to buy something, but don't necessarily actually buy it when it's made available. So it was one of those things. It was such a hassle to do a special order. It's quite expensive. That's the other thing. We went to reorder it to see if we could do it again, and because of the euro versus the dollar, because it's not regularly imported, it's more subject to those fluctuations in the currency exchange rates. The price skyrocketed and it just wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Do we have any left? No. We haven't had it for a while.
If you, we could do a special order, but I feel like the minimum quantity was like 50 packs or something.
It was really high. I think it was 25 packs.
25 packs, because it was a whole cart. We had to do a carton. I remember that.
Yeah, and the stuff's real heavy too, so it's not economical to ship. It's expensive.
And we had trouble with the corners because it's loosely. The way it was packaged, we had trouble with the corners getting dented.
Yeah, last year when we sold it, we were selling it for $12 a pack for 100 sheets, and I think it's gone up since then. So it's really expensive. It's really expensive stuff to use. You're much better off just using like a wire-bound French ruled and just cutting out the sheets or something.
Yeah, we have.
It's much more economical that way.
Yeah, we even did a French order for French ruled. Pupitres.
Yeah, we did those.
And those were perforated.
Those were pretty popular.
Yeah.
But those were only available in the number 19 size, not the number 18. Or like
they were
in the
longer
one.
and
so they were kind of weird too.
And they were really expensive too. So as far as French rolled, we have wire bound, we have cloth bound, and staple bound, but no loose sheets and nothing that's perforated.
So one of the issues that discovered in Canada is anything imported that says it contains paper gets nailed with duty.
Interesting.
Interesting.
It's like we have to be careful not to write notebook because people think it's a laptop, and then they
when we
get stuck in
do a
customs.
customs declaration for international stuff, sometimes the way that we word stuff will flag things one way or another. We never know because it's all whatever customs feels like doing.
Well, we
at the
never know
time.
unless someone tells us after the fact.
Yeah, but like we had sent, I guess, a package to I think it was Brazil or
Yeah,
something.
we said notebook.
And we said notebooks, and it got held up for like 6 weeks because it was in for investigating it for like a laptop computer, and we were like, I wouldn't have thought notebooks would have been laptops. So it's like, so then they said at least in Brazil, what works best is to write paper books. So now we're writing paper books, but apparently now in Canada, anything that writes paper gets held up. It's like,
I was talking about French wool. There are templates out there to print your own, I guess, French wool lining sort of thing. So someone's posted a link. You can. There's a link on FPN too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do agree. I agree. I wish more Clairefontaine notebooks were perforated. There's only one, other than the top, all the top wire bound and staple bound are perforated.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one side one that I know is perforated, and that's the one that has the 3 holes in it, and it's just regular lined, and it's actually like American letter size.
Yeah,
it's probably like
that's a cool notebook, and it's really thick too.
Oh, you get a lot of pages with it.
It's a good one.
Yeah, but printing your own, if you want the quality of Clairefontaine paper, then
Yeah, micro perforation is nice. We'll pass the word up.
Yeah,
but
Clairefontaine kind of.
The French don't often like to take advice from Americans. But every now and then we get a win.
Yeah.
The 100 mil J. Bond inks, those are something only offered in America.
That's true. The dot webbies, that was Americans asking for those.
All the Webby version changes have all been driven by American stuff. But anyway.
Speaking of version changes, Diamine Crimson, let's talk about that.
Oh yeah, we're like segueing into all these topics
here.
Yeah,
like how I did that?
Nice smooth transition. So okay, this was another situation, much like Pelican Blue Black, where we weren't given any notice ahead of time.
No, it was a customer who asked us.
Yeah, we had a customer ask us and say that they saw a review on the Fountain Pen Network of the new formulation of Crimson.
Which,
and I was like,
Crimson has been known, because we joke, because Diamine has so many colors that sound like they should be red that are pink. Scarlet and crimson and claret. Like, those should be like rich,
deep earthy reds.
Red, blood red, wine red. No, they're like hot fuchsia pink. So
and actually, crimson was one of the colors that was part of the motivation for us doing the swab shop.
Oh yeah.
Because there were, well,
if you were buying it off of the name, you would think it would be a deep crimson red.
Right. It's when we started carrying Diamine that this was before we carried Noodlers or any of the other stuff. Diamine was like the 3rd brand that we ever carried. It was because
caffeine-free,
all of those names were so, not all, but some of the names like Claret and Crimson and all that were so different from what you thought they would be. And like steel blue is like a turquoise, dark green is not
light
dark.
Green.
Dark brown is not that dark. So there were a lot of colors that didn't quite match up to their names, and Diamine was actually part of what inspired us to do the swab shop, which then of course just kind of
Umber, what's Umber?
Took a mind of its own.
I have Gatorade. Gatorade's right here. No, this is alright, since I always have to plug whatever drink. Big K for Kroger. We buy generic soda. This is cold, crisp, refreshing root beer. And as you can see, well, you can't see because it's blurry, it is caffeine-free.
Alright, Rachel, come on. Jeez. That's ridiculous here.
What? People wanted to know. And I'm pregnant.
We're dedicating
so
a full 45 seconds to your soda here.
Whatever.
We could be talking about more important stuff.
Diamine Crimson reformulated, now it's red.
Okay, it's a darker red. It's a darker red. I'm going to be doing a new swab and doing a blog post on the difference between the old and the new. It was like a very vibrant hot pink. Now it's going to be a much darker red. So I'm curious to see.
You haven't done the swab yet.
I haven't done the swab yet. No, I've been kind of busy.
But we did separate it out. Yeah, I am wearing the basic blue shirt. It's actually Brian's shirt.
No, that's not the basic blue shirt.
No,
it's a different shirt.
No, I know it's a different shirt. I'm saying it is like a basic. I'm wearing bright blue. And
it is my shirt.
It actually is his shirt.
From college. This is mine from high school.
Yeah, so we have both for sale. on our site it says old pink formulation or new red formulation, both samples and bottles. So
Yeah.
obviously, once the old ones are gone, it'll all be the new.
Yeah.
And we'll get a swab up soon. It's just one of those things we just haven't had time to do in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna catch up on all this stuff, I promise. But anyway,
We've got plans this weekend.
I have swabbed, not done the official swab, but just for my own sake, swabbed the new color, and it looks nice. It's a nice
good
red.
crimson.
Yeah.
It's funny
It's
because they
gonna
just
be-
came out with, Syrah and Red Dragon and Oxblood, like
Oxblood.
some good reds. And
Yeah.
it's
So
like,
now they're gonna have another good red. Well, I'm
you know what's
always.
going to happen? They're going to
I'm
figure out
always
that their
for-
inks are named improperly. They're going to reformulate all their pinks to be true reds, and then they're going to have no pinks.
Well, they have so many pinks anyway.
Yeah.
They have like
Pink,
an unusually
Coke pink,
high
flamingo
number of
pink.
pinks. So I am all for Diamine
Streaks.
changing pinks to reds, because personally, dark reds are much more useful than pinks.
I like pink. I just ordered myself a pink pen.
It's good to have a pink or two, but you don't need like 9 like they have. I don't even know exactly how many they have.
Have we changed the GPC site yet? A heck of a time finding the swap shop the other day.
Really?
No, it hasn't changed in
Change
a
the front
while.
page.
Yeah, I changed like just the promo stuff on the homepage, but the navigation
There's
should
a tab
be
right
the
at the
same.
top for Swap Shop.
Mhm.
Right in the header.
Yeah, you got like featured products, then ink, paper, writing instruments, writing accessories, and then the swap shop.
Look at her. She did that from memory.
Yeah.
The website's not even pulled up.
And then also under featured products, there's a link to the swap shop too.
Yeah.
It's not really like a product, but whatever. It should be there.
Yeah, look again. It's there. I promise.
Yeah, the swap shop's there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where.
Now time for a bad segue here. What's the next topic?
What is the next topic? Vanishing point bodies.
Oh yeah, we're offering vanishing point bodies now, apart from the nib.
Oh, that's another good question too.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll get to the adorable 9. We'll get to you in just a second. The vanishing point bodies, we had people asking us about it. I mean, we offered the nibs separately anyway. And I don't know why we never thought to offer just the bodies. See, we can buy just the nibs, so that's why we offered it. We can only buy bodies with the nibs. So I guess we were worried about selling a bunch of bodies, not selling the nibs, and just having a whole crap load of nibs on hand. But
whatever.
Oh well.
We'll sell the nibs eventually.
Yeah, yeah. So now we have a bunch of bodies
and
available.
The nib is not just the nib; it's the whole converter unit. So you know what some people like to do is they have it and they just want to switch out the body and just bring the whole nib unit. It's just literally like
you can either have one body, and this is what's going to garner a video. We will do one, I promise. You can either have one body and have a whole bunch of different nibs,
the fine, medium,
nib
broad.
units, or you can have one nib unit and have a bunch of different bodies and change it up all the time.
It brings the cost down tremendously for getting a new body, because you're looking, it's we sell it for 20 under list, so it's like 133 for the pen and the nib. The nib unit itself is 56, so you're looking only 80 some for just the body.
Mm-hmm.
So if you already had one and how many pens do you need inked up at once anyway? If you just want to change
Depends who you're asking.
If you just want to change up the body, you can still flush your ink and change ink at the same time.
That's true.
Yeah, so we decided to make that. I need all of them inked up at once.
Oh yeah.
10 plus. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. I do too. I'm just talking.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we made that option available. And part of the reason we did that is the black mats. We ran out of broads. We just ran out of fines. We have like a couple, I think like 5 mediums left.
Not even.
But people wanted the black mat with a broad, and we were out of broads. We're like, well, can't you just use the gold broad or the gold broad from the regular nib and put it in? So we're like, all right, well, we'll just put the black mat as a body only, so that you can put whatever nib in you want. So you don't have to wait till July for them to be back in stock. So that's that. One thing led to another. So now everything we have options.
Yep. We like to give you guys options.
We like
if you didn't notice. But it's been fun to set all that up.
You have a topic, and I don't know what this is referring to.
Wait, we had somebody that brought up a good question about Twisby. We're looking into it. We have nothing to report yet, but we're in talks. We're in talks about Twisby's. From what we understand, there's a new Twisby coming out.
Yeah, there's new one coming out, and the pricing framework seems to be changed from the last time we looked into it.
Yeah.
So for that reason, it may be worth looking into.
Yeah. We're
in
very
order
open
in
to
order
it.
for us to offer it at a price comparable to buying it directly, because that was the big thing before. We could have gotten
Yeah.
it, but we would have been charging $20 more than you could have gotten it directly through Twisby. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, why would anyone pay that much more? I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, we've awesome customer service and you can buy all this other stuff from us at once, but still, it doesn't seem like a good deal.
Well, Twisby's got good customer service. If you buy direct from them on eBay,
Oh yeah, they're great
there
to
have been
deal
no
with.
complaints. So
Absolutely.
that's why there hasn't been, a real serious need yet. But I think, that
As they grow,
as they grow, they're going to want to make it more appealing to retailers, and so I think that's kind of how they're looking to go with the 540. So. I think that that's something that we can definitely look into.
We don't have any specific news yet, and they're working on the model now, so it could be later this summer. I don't know.
It all depends on their schedule.
But yes,
we hate to give dates now that are dependent on other people because everything's changed.
Well,
for
and
everybody.
we don't have like a contract or anything, so nothing's set anyway. But
we don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot.
We are in talks. We are exploring them. So, yep, absolutely. This post, I have no idea what this is about. Special guest series.
Yeah, that's something I've been working on.
I saw a couple emails, but I don't know what you're talking about.
A fellow blogger emailed me and asked about doing a 5-part guest series on fountain pen inks, and basically using fountain pen inks not in fountain pens, using them for unconventional methods.
Like for watercolor and stuff?
Like watercolor washes.
Ooh, we have a lot of customers who mention that.
Yeah, exactly, and cool stuff like that.
Reminds me of another topic.
So there was somebody that emailed me and asked if I wanted to, I guess, kind of host a series of guest posts on Ink Nouveau about using fountain pens for unconventional stuff, which I think is really cool because there are other people doing stuff with these inks that I would have never thought of that I think is really cool. So there's other established bloggers out there. They're going to write these blogs, and we're going to host them on. I think we're going to do them every Friday for like the next 5 weeks.
Cool.
I'm gonna do a post about that soon.
Okay.
So it's gonna be pretty cool. So just I thought it'd be something fun. Maybe give some other bloggers some good exposure, and you can see what other people are up to who maybe do different stuff than we do.
And again, we've offered many times that no one's really taken us up on it.
Yeah, you can guest blog on Ink Nouveau.
Yeah. You want to do an ink review, you want to do a notebook review, you can do pictures, you can do text, you can do a video. We will host you.
Yeah.
We would love, give them.
We're definitely open to it.
Yeah, but it gives you a medium. You can reach over 1,000 people, with every post that we do. I think that's how many subscribers we have right now.
We're at like 600 some feed burner.
Plus the YouTube and.
Oh yeah, YouTube. We have a lot on YouTube.
Well, and then it also goes out to Twitter and Facebook, so you're reaching. We have 1,100 people on Facebook and how many Twitter.
We got a good little following now.
If you want an audience, we can do that. So please, send us your stuff if you want to mail it. We have a PO box set up just for that purpose. If you want to email it, that's awesome too. It's like whatever you want to do. It gives him a break. It gives you a platform, and it's variety. Does the VP in Black Matte still come in the gift box, even if you're just ordering the body? Yeah.
Yes.
If you're ordering just the nib, we won't do it in the gift box. But whatever the pen is, if you're ordering body only, whether it's the Raiden, whether it's black or blue or red, we'll do it in the gift box.
Right. Yeah. We just pull the nib out, and that's it. Got a question. How many orders do you process per day on average? That's kind of proprietary. I'm not really willing to share that. Hope you don't mind. It's a fair number. We're happy with it.
We provide a living, and we have a couple employees, so yeah, we stay busy. We are busy a lot.
Yeah, and it ebbs and flows too, depending on when new products are released and things like that.
Time of year and day of the week and all that.
Yeah, it's a perfectly reasonable question, but we will plead the fifth.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see it now. How to write horror stories of a vintage Blackwater 52 using the Disney. Oh gosh, talking about VSB.
Let's not talk about that. We love Basic Blue. We're loyal to it.
So I'm not sure I'd use it in my Waterman 52.
No. What's this Canada Post strike? What's that all about?
Okay.
The strike that didn't happen?
Well, it still might happen.
Really?
It hasn't been resolved.
Ah.
Okay. So for any of our Canadian viewers or fans or customers, if you're in Canada, you know all about this. The Canada Post, which is the Canadian equivalent of the U.S. Post Service, they deliver all the mail in Canada. And from what I understand, like packages and well, I think internationally they carry UPS and FedEx as well. So anything like coming into the country from UPS and FedEx goes through Canada Post, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not 100% sure on that. I don't live in Canada, so.
That's what we're told.
Yeah. So basically, there was originally
no.
That's not the case.
UPS and FedEx are still independent. They deliver themselves.
Okay.
We
so
misread.
that's.
Okay, it's just
okay.
USPS.
I didn't misread. I was talking to somebody in Canada about that,
Oh.
so I was misinformed on that. Not a big deal.
I think you missed. I saw the email. I think you just misread.
Well, that's entirely possible.
Anyway.
I was busy last week. Okay, so anyway, basically, Canada Post is unionized. The union wants the members of the union want to go on strike, which I believe hasn't happened since the 80s. So basically, if they go on strike, no mail is delivered. Period. That would be like the U.S. mail just stopping being delivered.
USPS. Yeah.
So it's kind of a big deal. People wouldn't get paychecks, they wouldn't get bills, you can't mail letters or packages, anything like that. So
other than like Social Security type things.
Yeah, and we only ship U.S. mail, which all goes through the Canada Post. So basically, any packages that are ordered from us that are going to Canada would not get there if there's a strike.
They would be, I don't know if they like be held up at the border, if there'd be like some warehouse where they would.
I don't know exactly what would happen because the last time a strike happened, we were in diapers. So I don't know exactly what would happen in this situation. So we're kind of just like trying to keep an ear to the ground about what would happen. Granted, we are such a small fish in this whole thing that we're just trying to figure out like what the heck's going on.
I would say if it happened like before ink drop would go out, I would probably like hold the ink drop and ship them later once the strike resumes, because I wouldn't want stuff piling up and getting lost.
That's my concern.
And shipping UPS or FedEx is an option, but I will tell you.
Well, we're not set up for that.
Well, we're not set up for it, but I will tell you it's incredibly more expensive.
Yeah, a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
A lot. A lot.
So if you are really, really wanting it and you want us to go the extra mile and do that, we'll do it for you. We've done it before, but
But it's going to be expensive.
You'll pay. Yeah, and I don't know what kind of duties or customs or things like that you get charged with when you get there.
I think FedEx bypasses customs. I think you pay for the customs duties and stuff.
Yeah, because UPS charges insane brokerage fees. They'll charge a lot for customs brokerage after it arrives in Canada.
FedEx would be the one that we would probably go to.
So FedEx is more expensive.
Because we have a local FedEx place. It's not close, but there's a local FedEx place.
Yeah.
But you pay, a
It
package.
includes it in their price, so you know what you're paying for up front.
Yeah, but it's expensive. Like a 1 pound package going to Canada might cost you $70 in shipping.
Yeah, ink drop would hardly be worth it.
Ink drop wouldn't be worth it.
We just would
hold it.
Yeah, I'd rather
or
hold
cancel
it.
Or whatever.
Yeah, hold it for you, ship it later, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you posted as much as we know, and you Canadians keep us posted.
Yeah, we're relying on you guys because you guys know your mail system a lot better than we do. We're having to kind of learn it after the fact.
Yeah, international is, we're learning every day.
Every country is different.
Stuff gets lost. Every country has different customs rules, so like people either consolidate orders or place lots of little orders, or or they get slammed on stuff when it gets there, and we have no idea. We couldn't have predicted it. So, as much as if you're in other countries, let us know so we can help educate other people when they ask us.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, I don't know what customs fees you have to pay.
Yeah, or it's some countries it's like if it's under $50 there's no customs, or if it's under 25, or it varies by country. And you can imagine the hundreds of countries that we deal with all these different rules and stuff, and of course it can vary too depending on the time of year and depending on the shipping class and all this stuff. It gets kind of crazy. So the more you guys can help us out, the better. But anyway, there's really not much to report. They were going to go on strike today. They got pushed back. They I guess they offered a negotiation. They got rejected, and they're counter offering, and so it's back and forth. And I've heard things through the grapevine that there's a big gap in what the two want, and they may end up going on strike on Friday. And it's like, I don't know. So if that happens, If they do go on strike and it's going to seriously affect things going to Canada, we'll put a notice up on our website, and any Canadian order that comes through, we'll contact you and let you know the situation and see what's the best thing to work out.
Yep.
Okay? But anyway, it's a historic event nonetheless.
That was everything on our list. I had a couple other things.
Mhm.
I posted on Facebook a couple days ago asking about your interest in calligraphy inks and dip pens. Because I've had increased number of people doing special orders. Jeroboam has a whole range of calligraphy inks. We sell the samplers. There's like a regular calligraphy ink, a pigmented metallic ink, pearlescent ink, and then there's not just the colors in the samplers. There's more colors of those and more variations in full bottles. And the price is pretty reasonable. It's like $11.50 for a 30 ml calligraphy ink.
Yeah.
So we're considering carrying this regularly because we've had more people asking us about those. And along with that, we've been carrying the brass, the calligraphy set that's been extremely popular. There's advanced versions of that come with ornamental nibs and things like that. We've also been carrying the nibs separately, the Banzug, the 0.5, 0.7, and 1 millimeter, and the extra fine, which has been back ordered for a while. But there's even more nibs out there. There's broads and obliques and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
so,
lots of cool stuff.
For those who, we want to know from you before we dive into this rabbit hole of calligraphy inks and dip pens and stuff, is this something you're interested in? Do you want to learn? Well, if you want to learn more, you can go to the Exoclear catalog and see what they have in the Jeroboam brass section. But, something we're considering, but we want to know from you if it's something you want, because we don't want to invest a lot of money in something that doesn't sell.